If there's someone that you could slap in Boulder, who would it be?
Sam Long.
I became friends with Sam Long on Facebook like 3 days ago. And I don't know anything about Sam Long. But he sent me a friend request and I was like, oh, okay. And now every day I wake up and it's just like a full-on like essay on like Sam Long's day. And I'm like, what is this?
Dude, I can't argue that he can ride a bike. He's strong as hell. And he can run and he can swim. But he needs to be knocked down to size to realize that, you know, he's not the best person in the world out there. And I think in this moment right now, he's crushing it. He's doing well, and he needs a little reality check.
I think Lionel sort of smacked him down a bit.
Nah, I think those two have been going back and forth at Tucson.
I think they make like a good little couple, like a little triathlon couple. They work well together, like they could do with one another.
When you see videos of other athletes, other triathletes, or a Strava segment, you see Lionel on the trainer, and he's just gritting his teeth, which I think is ridiculous. Does that get to you sometimes?
I'm not a Strava person, but yeah, like Lionel's videos are awesome. Let's be honest. I understand what the screaming's all about. Like every so often, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But does it really motivate me? No. I think a lot of us get carried up on who can make the most awesome looking sort of video and who can make their sort of pain cave look the coolest and all that. But yeah, I suppose I've never been one to worry about sort of the general training stuff. If there's something that you could change about your training setup, what would it be?
I don't need a massive group to train with, but like that one person on each run to kind of push me, whether it's someone to push the watts higher on the bike or someone to kind of slow me down on the run or to someone faster than me in the pool. That'd be one thing. I train by myself quite often, so I feel that I could use the benefit of other people. There's so much ego in Boulder, and I remove myself away from it. The triathlon scene is obnoxious here. I just kind of have one or two people that I train with and stay away from the rest of all the drama.
I like it. I think Boulder would be too much for me.
Do you have a training squad? Do you train solo mostly? Do you have a partner or two partners?
I'm mainly training solo these days. I have some friends that I go cycling with. Here in Girona, I have a few guys to ride bikes with, but swimming and running is sort of solo these days. Why Boulder?
Why Boulder? I went to Fort Cool. And my wife, she was living down here in Boulder, and it was just an easy transition. I was living with a family up in Fort Collins, so I just moved down to Boulder and just to live with her, and training kind of fell in place.
And she triathlete?
She's in real estate right now. She owns her own firm. She's doing well, crushing it in real estate, helping me along.
Does she want to sponsor someone?
Yeah, we can.
I can just go right underneath here. I've got a big blank space here.
I'll bring that up to her.
I come very cheap.
I'll let her know. What's the most off-season weight you've ever gained?
A good 9-10 kilograms.
No way.
Right. I think after my first Kona in 2015, I remember just going on a holiday, like a complete booze cruise. I just I remember because after my first Hawaii was when I moved to Girona 5 or 6 weeks later, and Joe Gambles was here staying. I remember Joe just what the hell?
How much do you drink during the week?
I'll usually have a beer every night. And then maybe on a Saturday night, we'll go out for dinner or something, and it's 3 or 4 beers. Well, it depends when the races start again. It sort of cuts back. I like the taste. It's relaxing. It's nice to go out and be social and be a normal person. I'm not one who can just be triathlon. I think my girlfriend would just leave me.
I think my wife would too. My wife's pregnant right now. She's now just having, thanks. Got 4 weeks left.
Do we have baby names?
We do. We have it all sorted out. It's going to be a little boy, but the name, we haven't told anyone yet. So going to have to wait till the official release.
Is it Sam?
Is it Sam?
Now, we've got the last one. Association. Shall I start with a name? Sam Long.
Ego.
Daniela Reef.
More man than me.
Steve Von Berg.
Hell of an athlete.
Bart Ehrnutz.
Powerhouse.
Josh Amberger.
Kind of surfer hippie dude.
I really love his race report response. He can write what I'm thinking, but I could never actually be able to write down myself.
Lionel Sanders.
#no limits. Unless it comes to Kona.
Jan Frodeno.
Who?
Patrick Lange.
Run machine. Right now, he's just like a slightly better version of me athletically.
Andreas Streitz.
I'd call him a bike machine, but he's just like a machine.
Joe Skipper.
He just needs to be like, think before you speak. I really like Joe, but there's just like no filter. Like he has like an idea, and before he's like thought about it, it just like comes out of his mouth. And like every so often you're like, Joe.